All right, you guys, so today we're going to be opening the Moira MacTaggert X-Men Marvel Legends action figure. But before we do that, we're going to look at the packaging and everything. So first we get an image of Moira MacTaggert from the comic books, from the House of X or whatever. This is the back, and you get this really cool picture of her and her different, she's got mutant powers too and everything. It explains on the back. And then these are all the figures that you get to build the Build-A-Figure, which is the Tri-Sentinel. And if you read Hickman's run of this comic book, you will understand why Moira has powers and what her powers are, all that good stuff. So let's open this sucker up and get out the figure and check it out. She's got plenty of accessories, which Daddy likes. So here is the leg, which is part of the Build-A-Figure for this figure, for that Tri-Sentinel and everything. So yeah. All right, so she comes with two different arms, so you can take off her lab coat and just make her Moira MacTaggert, you know, just walking on the streets and everything. So there's that, and then you get a separate head. This is her streetwear head and everything. She's got a hat on and stuff. Super fun. You also get the bandana, which will when you change heads, you put on the bandana. And everything fun and everything. I like the science Moira MacTaggert. She comes with this little book, which is always nice. I love accessories when it comes to action figures, so this is a nice one. I do like that. And then let's take a look at the figure. We'll take a close-up look later, but I just want to talk about like the articulation. Sorry about that, lost my words. So she does articulate at the head. She moves back and forth and everything. That's always good. And then she also at the shoulders. A little stiff and everything, but that's how some action figures are. You just got to heat them up and stuff. She does it at the shoulders and then at the elbows, which is, you know, commonplace for Marvel Legends action figures, and then also at the wrists and everything. Again, be careful. If it's too stiff, heat it up and everything, so it'll go. Then she does bend at the top. You know, and then at the waist she moves and everything. Now her skirt, you can't really move her legs because of the skirt. As I've said before, I prefer plastic clothing. She does bend at the knees and everything. I'm not going to bend her too much right now because I do need to heat it up a little bit to bend that. And then she does bend at the ankles, which is nice and everything. So it's a solid figure. Let's take a closer look at her up close. So this is the figure. I have to admit that the sculpt of the head isn't that great, but I think the rest of it is fine. You know, I don't understand why Marvel doesn't just do you know, like an army build, but with like scientists and soldiers and stuff. But anyways, okay, so back to Moira MacTaggert. So this is the thing. I think that the head sculpt is just okay. I think that the head sculpt for the streetwear Moira MacTaggert is a lot better. Sorry, she keeps falling over. But I think it's a lot better than this one specifically. But this is what we get as far as scientist Moira MacTaggert. But overall, I think this is a solid figure. I personally like it, and I'm glad that I have it in my collection. What do you guys? Hey guys, if you like this, go ahead and check out my main channel at Geek What, link in the description down below. If you want to help support me even more, you can check out my merch store, also in the link down below. Thanks so much, I really appreciate it.